Pawling.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Rose. I'm a clinical hypnotist certified by both the International Association of Counselors and Therapists and the National Guild of Hypnotists. I'm also a sleep specialist, a nutritionist, and addiction recovery coach. And I'm about to do a hypnotic induction that's wonderful to help you lose weight. So why don't you allow yourself to just relax, sit in a comfortable chair, lay down if you wish, with your knees bent, and just tune in to my voice. And with your eyes closed, just take a nice deep breath in and allow yourself to unwind. And think about relaxing every muscle in your body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Just begin to really relax. And notice your breathing. Notice the rhythm of your breathing and relax your breathing for a moment. You can be aware of all normal sounds around you. These sounds are unimportant. Whatever you hear from now on will only help to relax you. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to imagine some things. It doesn't really matter if you find you can't imagine all the things I'm going to ask you. Very soon you're going to be deeply, deeply, deeply relaxed and yet awake. Imagine yourself standing on the very top of a green hill on a tropical island. You can feel the warmth of the sun on your head and shoulders. You can see the long grasses around you moving slightly in the gentlest of breezes. When you look down the hill, you can see a narrow winding path that disappears into a small forest. And beyond the forest, you can see the ocean, with sunlight from the clearest of blue skies glancing off the tops of the waves in the bay. So the whole ocean seems to shimmer and sparkle. And you begin to move easily and lazily down the path, with the ferns and grasses brushing gently against your legs as you pass. And you just catch the faint smell of salt borne on the breeze, and become aware of the distant sound of the ocean on the shore. Maybe hear seabirds calling faintly from a long way off, and you marvel at the deep sense of calmness and tranquility that sweeps over you as you move on down and down towards the forest. Moving so easily, so effortlessly, you feel almost as though you're floating on air. And in no time at all, you find yourself drifting through the trees, their leaves closing overhead to form a canopy, their branches making an irregular pattern against the clear blue of the sky. It's pleasantly cool in the forest, and the gentle sound of birds singing, echoing faintly, and the scent of the trees and undergrowth relaxes you still further as you move easily through the inviting depths, becoming lazier and lazier with each step you take. You can hear a stream somewhere, its gurgling sound gradually mingling with the sound of the ocean as you follow the winding path down and down towards the beach that you know is in front of you, weaving through the trees and brushing aside the occasional piece of foliage, until quite suddenly you feel the warmth of the sun on your head and shoulders again, and you find yourself on a beautiful deserted beach. A beautiful golden shoreline sweeping away in a gentle curve in front of you to a distant point where the trees seem to come right down to the shoreline, so that their branches actually seem to overhang the ocean itself. And you can feel the sand warm between your toes as you stroll lazily across the broad beach to the water's edge. The sand becomes a darker golden color when you get there, and you enjoy the change to a moist, firm coolness beneath your feet as you wander along the shore, leaving a lazy trail of footprints in the sand behind you. Every so often, a larger than usual wave sends rivulets of water foaming around your feet. And as it recedes, you notice how the sand is washed away from tawny colored pebbles, glinting like jewels in the sun. The smell of the ocean, the sunlight on the waves, the sound of water hissing over the sand. All these things seem to create a sense of timelessness for some unknown reason. And you find yourself a comfortable position, a grassy hollow maybe, to just sit and gaze out across the rolling depths to the horizon, trickling warm golden sand idly through your fingers. There's a faint haze which makes it difficult for you to see exactly where the sky stops and the ocean starts. And as you try to fathom it out, you see a small white cloud appear from somewhere near the horizon. It comes towards the island quite quickly, growing larger as it approaches, until it's immediately overhead, the largest, fluffiest, whitest cloud you could ever remember. And you somehow know just by instinct that you can let all your worries, all your cares, all your fears just drift up towards this large white cloud. You can actually see them drifting away from you in a long, slow spiral, just spiraling away from you towards this large white cloud. The cloud absorbs all your worries into itself, swallowing up all your stresses and fears, and becomes steadily darker all the time, until just as it reaches its darkest, just as the last part of that spiral of your worries and cares disappears inside it, the sun bursts through, dispelling every one of your worries, every one of your stresses to the edge of the universe, leaving you totally relaxed and perfectly at ease with yourself, without a single care in the world. And now all your troubles and cares having floated away from you, you settle yourself down into a comfortable position and just drift off into a deep, hypnotic trance. To allow yourself now to enter an even deeper level of hypnosis, so you may benefit greatly from all the helpful suggestions you're going to hear to release excess weight. In a moment, I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. And with every number I count, you'll find yourself drifting and floating a little deeper and deeper. So by the time I reach the number 1, you'll be at your deepest level and yet awake. 10, deeper. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Deeper, deeper, deeper relaxed. Just bathing in relaxation. And even deeper. Any sound you hear, any sound at all, only deepens the trance. You now become so deeply relaxed that your mind has become so sensitive, so receptive to what I say, that everything that I put into your subconscious mind for your own good, for your own benefit, will sink so deeply into the subconscious part of your mind, and will make so deep and lasting impression there that nothing will erase it. In this condition, your subconscious mind is now at the forefront. It's now readily accessible to my suggestions to you. And consequently, these suggestions that I put into your subconscious mind will begin to exercise a greater and greater influence over the way you think, over the way you eat, and over the way you exercise. And because these suggestions will remain firmly embedded in the subconscious part of your mind in the future, they'll continue to exercise that same great benefit over your thoughts, eating, drinking, exercising, just as strongly, just as surely, just as powerfully when you're at home, work, or anywhere as when you're experiencing this induction now. And as a result of this hypnotic trance that's still getting deeper and deeper, and as a result of your decision to be exercising more, you're going to feel physically stronger and fitter in every way. As you prioritize sleep, and your sleep improves, you'll wake up feeling more alert, more wide awake, more energetic. You'll become much less easily tired, much less easily fatigued, much less easily discouraged. And every day you'll become so deeply interested in honoring your body that your mind will remain completely distracted away from processed foods. so they're simply not consumed. And every day, with more exercise and better sleep, your nerves will become stronger and steadier, your mind calmer and clearer, more composed, more placid, more tranquil. You'll become much less easily worried, much less easily agitated, much less fearful and apprehensive, and much less easily upset. As you get more exercise, you'll be able to think more clearly, you'll be able to concentrate more easily. You'll be able to give your whole undivided attention to honoring your body, to the complete exclusion of processed foods. Consequently, your memory will improve and you'll be able to see things in their true perspective, without magnifying them, without ever allowing them to get out of proportion. And every day, with more exercise and sufficient sleep, you'll become emotionally much calmer, much more settled, much less easily disturbed. Every day you'll become and you'll remain more and more completely relaxed and less tense each day. So you'll develop much more confidence in yourself. More confidence in your ability to do not only what you have to do each day, like exercise, eat healthfully and slowly, and use some affirmations for a slender body, but more confidence in your ability to do whatever you ought to be able to do, without fear of failure, without fear of consequences, without unnecessary anxiety, without uneasiness, and of course without overeating. Because this every day you're going to feel more and more independent, more able to stick up for yourself, to stand up on your own, to hold your own, no matter how difficult or challenging things may be, without overeating or eating unhealthily. And every day as you release the excess weight, you'll feel a greater feeling of personal well-being, a greater feeling of personal safety and security than you felt in a long time. As a result, you're going to feel much happier, much more contented, much more optimistic in every way. You'll consequently become much more able to rely upon and depend upon yourself and your own efforts, your own judgments, your own opinions. You'll feel much less need to have to rely upon or to depend upon other people. Because you feel a need for change in your body, in your mind, and in your emotions. And you're ready to accept life's continuing process of change, forming new, healthier habits and welcoming change in all levels of your life. As you prepare for this continuing process of healthy change, you could remember and analyze past changes. Observe these changes what's beneficial. Realizing often what were the most challenging changes were in truth the greatest opportunities for your personal growth. And in dealing with human emotions, realize that past you may have felt you were the victim of change, but now you're the instigator of change. Now, rather than meekly waiting for change, you can and will initiate change, you make it happen. And you understand the need for constant change and self-betterment. And the greater, more profound the changes, the greater, more dynamic is your strength to meet these changes and improve. As you release and set free the burden of negative eating habits, as you wholeheartedly embrace the joyous responsibility of change in life, by really like yourself, by really taking care of your brain and body, and by letting your emotions grow constructively. As you develop that will to change, that will to succeed, as you create a new habit of joyfully welcoming change in all levels of your life, and you appreciate change for bringing us new opportunities for positive action, and you're thankful for the exciting changes yet to come and you welcome them, knowing that the continuity of life is change and becoming all that you're capable of being when you honor your body, when you eat healthfully, when you eat slowly, and recognize the difference of what you've actually been doing and what you feel you must do to release excess weight. As you live up to the responsibilities and face up to the responsibilities you owe to yourself to become healthier and thinner. So instead of repeating eating behaviors that fail to help you, you do what helps you. Eating processed foods is useless. Self-deprecation is useless. Putting yourself down is totally unnecessary, and putting up roadblocks to health are absolutely and totally unneeded. And there are solutions to your challenges as you look for answers within yourself and start to overturn negative pictures or thoughts. You do have workable tools to change your thinking, to change your eating, to change your body, to change your life. You could repeatedly remind yourself, I have created my world, I have created my body, I've created my thoughts, so I can change by selecting how I perceive and react to food. Perceptions or reactions are a choice, and you can increase and enhance the talents you already have to help you, as you're able to develop new skills to manifest good things in your life, and explore the eating behaviors and choices you've been making, so that you can develop perspective and attain encouragement to solve difficulties. If you are your own stumbling block, then one by one, block by block, remove the obstacles. Look at and examine on all levels your choices, decisions, and motives without judgment and without criticism. In the immediate future, you gradually develop more and more confidence in yourself and your abilities, so you can alter undesirable eating habits. By improving or positively change your way of thinking, you could change your eating, you could change your body, you could change your life. That's right. That's right. And you're totally capable of making a conscious decision to overturn self-defeating thoughts or activities. As you eliminate old negative influences and negative beliefs from your mind, you're a worthwhile person. Allow yourself the self-satisfaction that you do with the ability and skills and talents to eliminate negative eating habits and negative tendencies. So self-defeating patterns can and will be broken, because you're worthy of what is good and beneficial for you, as you give yourself the permission to succeed and enjoy this healthier and thinner life. So knowing that you're going to be eating healthfully, eating slowly, eating less, exercising more, picture yourself the way you want to look. Just visualize yourself. Picture yourself the way your face will look. Picture yourself the way your arms will look. Picture yourself the way your stomach will look. And now picture yourself the way your legs will look. As you picture yourself the way you want to look, that's the way you're going to be. You're very motivated to release weight, very motivated to release weight, very motivated. You have a strong willpower and a tremendous amount of self-control. And you're a very, very selective eater and very motivated to exercise. You're a very, very selective eater and very motivated to move more. You're a very, very selective eater and very motivated to burn more calories. You're going to enjoy eating more raw vegetables and fruits rich in vitamins and minerals and fiber and enzymes and phytochemicals and antioxidants and water. And you'll get more energy. No simple sugars, no processed foods. And your body needs very small portions of food to sustain itself. That's right, your body needs very small portions of food to sustain itself. They have absolutely no desire for any type of junk food or processed food or sweet, no desire. And the less you eat, the happier you are. The less you eat, the more motivated you are to keep losing weight. The less you eat, the healthier you're going to be and the better you look, and you like to look good. And the more you exercise, the happier you are. The more you exercise, the more motivated you are to keep losing weight. The more you exercise, the healthier you're going to be and the better you look, and you like to look good. You can keep on processing all those suggestions, feeling like massive weight loss success will happen as you become more and more reliant on yourself to release the excess weight. Yes, I'm acting as a catalyst, but congratulations for making your life work much better. You're going to feel the effect of this session to create some powerful results in your life, because you have the ability for your subconscious to act powerfully on its own to cause you to have this kind of weight loss success. And it feels good to imagine that kind of weight loss success. Your subconscious now begins the process of motivation, support, and you feel real good about that. And all these suggestions have been placed in your subconscious where they'll do the most good for you permanently. So you can be thrilled and surprised at all the great changes that come your way when you always on your body. And all the benefits you received in this session are now available to you in the future. The time that we spent together today, you've experienced an incredible amount of unconscious resources all joined together to give you what it is you really want. And you can acknowledge to yourself that your subconscious is so capable of doing just that. And so before you allow yourself to drift up completely into conscious, wakeful alertness, it may be useful for you to realize the opportunity now to think about what you've experienced. The thoughts, images, understandings, commitments, and how you might use these things later on from one day to the next. Because you have a conscious mind and unconscious mind. And those two minds have learned from your experiences here today some things you can utilize to release the excess weight and maintain that weight loss. And so before you drift up into conscious awareness, normal wakeful awareness, it is your privilege to use this comfortable self-awareness to become more aware of those things you can use later on, those learnings and coping abilities and relaxation skills and discipline and motivation you may have overlooked before, to give you a new view, possibly a new way of thinking, eating, exercising, drinking, sleeping, and doing things. That's right, take some time now, a brief time that seems to be a long time, to review and plan at some level of awareness those things you will do later on, like daily exercise and daily affirmations. Those things you will change later on, like processed foods into whole foods, sweets into fruits. As you begin to use more and more of you. And in just a moment we're going to conclude this session. I'll be counting from 1 to 5. Each time I say a number you can emerge a little more. By the time I reach number 5 and not before, your eyes open very easily. You'll be back in a wide awake, fully alert state. You'll feel wonderful when you open your eyes. You'll feel better mentally, physically, and emotionally, and feel as though you've just awakened from several hours of deep, restful sleep. 1, you're beginning to emerge a little. 2, when I say number 5, your eyes will open easily. 3, each of these suggestions I've given you during this session has been accepted and stored in the deepest levels of your mind, and they'll continue to have an increasingly beneficial effect each day in a progressive cycle that grows stronger and stronger and stronger, especially as you exercise daily, get the sleep you need, use some affirmations for a slender body, and you grow stronger and thinner and healthier and happier. And 4, you're feeling rested and refreshed, your mind's alert, you feel a new sense of strength and vitality flowing through every fiber of your being. And 5, you can open your eyes, coming back to a full conscious awareness. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that hypnotic induction. I'm Jeffrey Rose, clinical hypnotist, nutritionist, sleep specialist, and addiction recovery coach. Thank you. The first 10 minutes